Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Now we are seeing the Jivan Mukta Lakshana. While he is living in the body only, he considers this body as a shadow only, not real, just like a shadow, an appearance only. And he has not got an idea of I or mine with respect to the body. Not even my body he thinks. Because he is one with the self, from that standpoint, for him there is no body, there is no mind. Therefore he doesn't think this body belongs to me. Like, I don't suddenly think your body belongs to me. No, I don't think no. Because it is your body. So he doesn't think this body also belonging to himself. And about the past, no worries. He doesn't brood over the past. Whatever gone, gone. And about the future, he never thinks. And the present also, he is indifferent. Whatever happens, he is indifferent. See, this one point if we can take, we can abide in the self actually. Meaning, forget about the past, forget about the future. Only the present you can live. In the present also, whatever happens, just accept as is prasada and move on. That is all, actually. If we can live like that for some time, from the present we glide into presence. That is our own self. And similarly, don't imagine that world is there sitting outside and I am seeing the world. Just world comes and goes in my consciousness. And I am just the witness. I am aware, that's all. If you stand like that, and then you will glide into awareness. See, when you know that you are just a sakshi, whatever happens in the present also, from that you glide into that awareness. You are not anymore aware of your awareness itself. So actually that happens, you can glide into that. So therefore, if you know what it is, what is the knack of abiding, it is not difficult, it is so simple. It is now and here, and it is our own self. How can it be difficult? See, forget about everything. It is our own self. How can it be difficult? It is now and here. This is the clue. Find out what is now and here. Now can be only now. The past has gone. Once upon a time it was now, but now it has passed. The future is future. In future time it may become now, but now it is not real. So what is real? Now is the real. And here is the real. So now and here, if you don't realize, you will never realize. And Atma, the self, is you. So what is there to realize it? If you want to realize it, you suppose that it is an object where you have to realize it. So you are that. So what to do now? See, you are that. And you cannot know it, or you should not make it as an object of knowledge. So what should we do? What should be done now? Nothing. But only thing is, we are swayed by whatever is happening, whatever comes and goes. If we can just remain without getting swayed by anything, for some time if we can remain, then we know what it is. The self is revealed, that's all. Nothing else. But we don't remain chumma. Always we meddle with the thoughts. Always there are desires, disappointments, this, that. And we sympathize with this ego self. We want to project the image. We want to maintain that image. And we live and die only for this image, which is false. How sad it is. So, if you stop brooding over the past as a principle and not thinking about the future whatsoever, so the surrender comes handy. If you think everything is taken care by the Lord, why should we worry? Then you don't think about the future. And present also, na kona na pana. I don't know exactly the meaning, Hindi word. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Meaning, by indulging or gaining something from the world outside, I am not going to gain something. Because I am Purnam already. By losing something, I am not going to lose. Because I am Purnam. See, in thermodynamics, this comes. The infinite source, infinite sink. You must have heard about that. There is an ideal situation. It is a hypothetical situation. It is not true. What is that? There is a source of heat. So, howsoever it emits heat, it will not go down. Same, it remains. And there is a sink. Howsoever you add heat, it will not become more. It will remain same. That is Paramatma. Whatever is removed from it, nothing happens. Whatever is added, nothing happens. So, no, na kona, na pana. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. So, but play it as a sport. See, Gurudev gives an example elsewhere. See, when we were young, we were playing with toys. At the time, we were very serious about it. Oh, my toy, I will not give you. It is my toy. If somebody grabs it, you cry like anything, as if you have lost your whole sottu, swakam, yella. But after that, when you grow up, you play with your grandchildren. You are not very serious about anything, but still you play for the fun. To entertain your grandchildren, you play. Though the grandchild is very, very particular about, winning or something, for you winning or losing is not anything, because, it has no meaning. And you play for fun and to entertain the child. And sometimes you will even lose voluntarily to make the child happy. So like that, if you can play in this world, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Like a sport. Asai pol vilayadu veera. In the Yoga Vasishta, which has been translated into Tamil by Bhagavan Raman Maharshi, there he says, Asai pol vilayadu veera. Meaning what? You just play the sport as if you are involved in it, but don't get involved. Vidavidama nilaikhalellam vicharam seidu ichchayadu paramapadam yadanrundo adanaye didamaga agattar patri anavaradam ulagil vilayadu veera. Anavaradam ulagil vilayadu veera. Play this game of life without losing sight of that which is in the heart. That's what he says. Without losing sight of that, you play the game of life for fun. Nothing to gain or nothing to lose. If you think there is something to gain or something to lose, then you are caught. You become very serious. You cannot enjoy the game. There is nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Just play the game. So that is how the Jivan Mukta lives. So if you also want to be a Jivan Mukta, this one verse is enough. I am going to live in the present. In the present also, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Just live, enjoy. That's all. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever comes, comes, goes, goes. That's it. We have not brought anything on our head. We have not brought anything. We are not going to take anything back. As long as we are here, be happy, make others happy. That's all. Nothing else to do, nowhere to go, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Dekho suno mat bolo. Now moving on to the 434th verse. Gunadosha vishishtesmin Swabhavena vilakshane Sarvatra samadarshitvam Jivan muktasya lakshanam Gunadosha vishishtesmin Swabhavena vilakshane Sarvatra samadarshitvam Jivan muktasya lakshanam Gunadosha vishishtesmin. Asmin means in this lokam, in this world. Gunadosha is always there. Guna means what? Something praiseworthy. Guna. Dosha means something which is not good. Guna and dosha is always there. Some people are very sincere, very disciplined. They attend all the classes and they follow carefully. Is it guna? Guna means it is good. Some people are there, not very serious. Chuma, abdi jaliya. What to do? Everything is God's creation or your own projection, whatever you want to call. So, guna and there, dosha there. Some people are very sort of wicked, always thinking bad about others. So, what to do? So, guna dosha is there. Vishishtesmin. Asmin means in this world. And swabhavena vilakshani. And everything is different from each other only. No doubt about it. A man is different from the dog. Dog is different from the bird. Is that not so? Everything is different only here. Vilakshani. But in and through all this, sarvatra samadarshitvam. Everywhere he says the same samadarshitvam. Because he sees only the self. So, that is Jivan Muktasya Lakshanam. That is the sign of a Jivan Mukta Purusha. So, this is Sarvatra Samadarshitvam. So, as I told you earlier, Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni asked Bhagavan, what is the sign of a Jnani? He said the visible sign is Samadarshanam. When he can see the same everywhere, in everything, whether it is good or bad, whether it is sublime or ridiculous. And even though things are different, but in and through all those things, he is perceiving only one. Sarvatra Sam. Therefore, unnecessarily he doesn't praise anybody too much or condemns anybody. In fact, in Uddhava Gita, Krishna warns, he says, don't see Gunadosha, he says. By seeing Gunadosha, you are only sort of strengthening your likes and dislikes and your vasanas and your ahankara is strengthened. So he says, don't see Gunadosha. The world is there with Gunadosha, no doubt. Everybody is not same. Is that not so? And also everybody is different only. But Sarvatra Samadarshanam, meaning in and through everything, one self is playing. So if you can have this vision of oneself, then everything else is discounted. So such a Jnani who is same everywhere, he is Samadarshi. For him gold or a piece of mud is same. For him a Pandita or Pamara is same. See? In Bhagavan's Sannidhi everybody comes. Great scholars, they come and discuss Vedanta. And Pamara, a villager, without much knowledge about anything, he comes. Bhagavan is same to both. In fact, he is much, I would say, much compassionate towards the villager. Because, he is very humble, very simple. So, Samadarshanam. This is the sign of a Jivan Mukta Purusha. Ishta Nishtartha Sampraptau Samadarshita Yatmani Ubhayatra Vikaritvam जीवन्मुक्तस्य लक्षणम् इष्टानिष्टार्थसम्प्राप्तौ समदर्शितयात्मनि उभयत्रात् विकारित्वं जीवन्मुक्तस्य लक्षणम्. This Santushta is chanting very beautifully. Spashtama Padikira. Good. Because she is trained in Chinmaya Vidyalaya, na? See? Sanskrit. Ishta anishtartha sampraptau. Whatever comes to you, ishta or anishta, which you like or which you don't like. Ishta anishta. So, samadarshitaya atmani. Since because he sees the same self everywhere, ubhayatraya avikaritvam. His mind is not avikaram means what? Is not sort of reacting to it. It is the same. Something wonderful comes in front of him, same. Something very dirty, ugly, which he doesn't like comes in front of him, he is same. Why? Because he is rooted in that one self which is same everywhere. For him that is the reality and other things are just imagined. So therefore he is not swayed by all those things. See, please understand, as long as we are functioning through the mind, we are the victims of our raga dvesha only. And when something wonderful comes, we jump, ah, hoo, ha. When thing not desirable comes, we say, ah, what is this? Our friends are walking. So don't worry, they are gone. Sarvatra samadarshinaha. So he is seeing the same, the self in the monkey, or monkey in the self. Both are one only. Sarvatra samadarshinaha. Therefore, ubayatraya avikaritvam. In his mind there is no vikara. See, when the things which are conducive to your vasana, when it comes in front of you, priya, moda, pramoda. Meaning what? The mind swells with some sort of joy, with something it dwells, it swells, and is expressed in our words, actions. You see somebody, you like them, for some reason, who you say. Somehow you see somebody, you say, no, the chemistry doesn't match. Whatever physics or chemistry or biology, whatever. You say, it is there in the world, It is there in the world. Whenever we are functioning through the mind, all these things are there. Don't misunderstand. Don't have any wrong ideas. It is there. So when the chemistry doesn't match, you say, it's okay. But for him, whatever comes in front, he is the same. This is a sign of a jnani. Avikaritum, inside, because the mind is merged in the self. So there is no mind to swell or to say, chi. The mind is not there. Only the self is. The self is avikari. It doesn't change in any way. So he is the same. Unless you are rooted in the self, this will not happen. As long as we are in the mind, the ego, then the same samsara only. You may have knowledge, but you are not out of this samsara. Knowledge means what? This knowledge of Vedanta. You can give wonderful lectures. You can write books. Books after books you can write. And everybody would be amazed. Oh, this Mahatma is a Jivan Mukta Purusha. Only you know who you are. You know who you are within. Is that not so? So therefore, the Samadarshana is very important. And Gurudev wants here, one more thing he wants. It is not to measure somebody. Because he says very clearly, we see the world only through our mind. Mind is always biased, or mind is always limited. So these ideas are not to measure anybody, to measure oneself and to see where we are. By judging somebody, we are not going to gain anything. So to judge oneself, where we are, and where we should reach. Reach means what? Which state we have to reach. That is why this Jivan Mukta Lakshana is given. Or we can practice this. Ishta or Anishta, when it comes in front of us, we can try our best to not be swayed and to remain in that poised state. Not to lose our poise. This we can try. But as long as we are in the mind, we can only try. Sometimes we may succeed, sometimes we may not. With effort and great difficulty. But when you are in the self, that is your natural subhava. You understand what is the difference? When you are rooted in the self, you need not try anything. That is your subhava, means that is your nature. But when you are in the mind, you have to put in all efforts and to be very vigilant, watchful. But by practicing that way, you reach the self. That is the idea. Now, Brahmanandarasa swada asakta chittataya yatehe antarbahira vijnanam Jivan muktasya lakshanam Brahmanandarasa swada asakta chittataya yatehe antarbahira vijnanam Jivan muktasya lakshanam. His chitta. Chitta means his mind, if at all there is a mind. Brahmananda rasa swada asakta chittataya. It is always immersed, drowned in that Brahmananda. Asakta means it attached, means not attached. It is drowned. Always in that Brahmananda. Because of that, antarbahihi avijnanam. He doesn't know what is out, what is in. He is not aware of what is happening in the world outside or what is happening inside, means in his mind. He is like intoxicated. See? He is intoxicated with the bliss of the Atma, the self. That Brahmananda. See, that is so intoxicating that you forget everything. Nothing outside or inside. Antarbahihi. Avijnanam. He doesn't know what is out, what is in. Is there a world or not? Is there a mind or not? He doesn't know anything. What a state. See, you forget about the Brahmananda and everything. Even in life, for some reason, when we are intensely joyful, we don't care about anything. Is that not so? But that happens very, 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 very rarely in our lives. And within few seconds, everything changes. Mind thinks about something and gone, everything gone. So very rarely, maybe you go to a place so beautiful, picturesque, so beautiful. Maybe you listen to a music which is really uplifting, elevating. Something. So mind just sinks. And then you don't want to think about anything. And you want to just be there. So like that, even in the worldly experience. But what to talk about this Brahmananda Rasa Swada. So when he is drowned in it, see, Swananda bhave paritushtimantaha Svashanta sarvendriya vrittimantaha Nantam namadhyam nabhismarantaha Kaupinavantak kalubhagyavantaha. He doesn't know what it is Bahi, what is Anta, what is middle. He doesn't know anything. Doesn't know anything means what? He is immersed, like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in the Patala Linga. He was immersed in himself, not knowing what is happening in the world or inside him. Just avijnanam. He doesn't know. What a state. See, Bhagavan was in a very different state, it seems, in Virupaksha and all. And then when he came down and he was Paduttita, Romba ripened, so he was Sakaja, people talking to people and clarifying doubts, like that. One villager came to meet Bhagavan, it seems. He has met him long time before in the Virupaksha cave. He was always absorbed in himself. He will not even open his mouth because he was almost not talking at all. And he, after a long time, maybe after a few years, he came down and he saw Bhagavan, the same Bhagavan in the Ramana Ashramam, when he was little old. And looking at him, he commented, it seems, Bhagavane nee romba kettu poitinga. Meaning what? From that state, you have come down, you have become bad. He said, nee kettu poitinga. See, Tamil eppadi English solradhu? Kettu poitinga means you have lost yourself. You are not your same self. Spoiled. Spoiled. And Bhagavan சொன்னாரா, ஆமாப்பா நான் கெட்டு தான் போயிட்டேன். நான் கெட்டு தான் போயிட்டேன். Devotees are wondering what Bhagavan is talking. For Bhagavan what? Adu onnu dhaan, idu onnu dhaan. He is in Sakaja means that state and this state, there is no difference. But for the onlookers, he was almost drowned in that samadhi. What is this now? He is doing Vyavahara. So kettu poitar. Spoiled. He has come down from that sthiti. No.
And Bhagavan agreed.
Bhagavan said, ஆமாப்பா நான் கெட்டு தான் போயிட்டேன். Yes. Kettu, non means I. Kettu poita means I has kettu poich. Gone. Something like that. See, the Tamil and the Varthayoda Jalam, the pun on that word, kettu poita. Or the devotees must have interpreted that. He must be casually saying, ஆமாப்பா நான் கெட்டு தான் போயிட்டேன். Then devotees would have interpreted, ஆமா, Bhagavan ஏன் சொன்னார், நான் கெட்டு போயிட்டேன். Devotees can interpret, na? So therefore, it is not that a person is always there. When he is doing Vyavahar, he has lost it. No. That is a stage. But after that, it is Sahaja means what? Whatever happens, there is no change in that state. For us, Ananda means, jumping is Ananda. When somebody is very quiet, he says Brahmananda, he is enjoying. Or Mohatapata apadi theriyaliye. When you look at his face, we don't think he is enjoying Brahmananda. Sometimes in some photos, if you see Bhagavan, Pavam Arthar. How can you imagine that he is enjoying Brahmanandam? Namma kuda sevalam pola irukke. Avlo pavama irukare Bhagavan. In certain photos, if you see, Brahmananda is not what we think. Ananda means for us open coke. That is happiness, opening the happiness. For them it is something else. So that is why Sakaja we cannot understand. It's the same when he is in Nirvikalpa also, same when he is doing the Vyavahara also. So that is the state. Antar Bahihi Avijnanam. We can only think about all these states, right? Inside and outside, he is unaware and he is in his own self, reveling in his own self. See, here Gurudev says, there is bliss because the mind has been transcended. Mind is a cancerous ulcer which bleeds out sorrows. As long as you work through the mind, you will suffer. See, what a statement. I will read it again. There is bliss because the mind has been transcended. No mind state. Mind is a cancerous ulcer which bleeds out sorrows. As long as you work through the mind, you will suffer. Now moving on to the 437th verse. Dehendriyadau kartavye mamaham bhava varjitaha audasinyena yastishte sajivan mukta lakshanaha dehendriyadau kartavye mamaham bhava varjitaha audhasinyena yastishte sajivan mukta lakshanaha. Deha indriya adav, with respect to the body and the sense organs, mama aham bhava varjitaha, he has no idea of it is me or it is mine. Similarly, kartavye, kartavya means duty is associated with the body mind. That also he has no abhimana. He doesn't think, oh, it is my duty, I have to do this. Nothing like that. He doesn't feel that way. See? So, with respect to the body or the sense organs or the mind, or their activities, or the duties, connected with those body and mind, he thinks it is my duty, I have to do it, or it is me, it is mine. Nothing of that sort. Audhasinyani yastishtet. He is totally indifferent. Audhasinyani yastishtet. Sa jivan mukta lakshanaha. That is jivan mukta's lakshana. See, when we are in the state of ignorance, we feel we are the doers. And we identify with the body mind. We see a world. So, all the duties, everything is ordained by the scriptures. But this Mahatma, he is beyond the body mind and he doesn't see any world. He is no more a Vyakti. So, even the scriptures cannot ordain him. You should do this, you should not do this. Vidhi Nishedam cannot be for the Jivan Muktas because the ego is gone. So, suppose if you are not doing what you are supposed to do, what will happen? You will incur sin. Who will incur sin? Properly, if you have done your duties, so who will be benefited? Who will incur that merit? Who is there? Nobody. So there is no idea of merit or sin in him, punya or papa in him, good or bad in him. Therefore, you cannot bind him with anything. You cannot blackmail him with anything. Hurry, you are not doing your duty. You are failing in your duties. It's not good. And the Velila Vatahad. Even the scriptures cannot say you should do this or you should not do this. But for us who are always functioning in the egocentric, in that field, then yes, Shastras say, these are your duties you have to do. If you don't do, you will incur sin. Nishiddha karma, which is sort of restricted, banned for you, if you do it, then it is sin. Act of commission and omission, they say. Pratyavaya dosh. In Karma Kandam, it's called as Pratyavaya dosh. Act of omission, commission and omission. It creates guilt also, If we don't do our duties properly, then there's a guilt. I should have done it, but I just fail in my duties. All these things are only for the jivas, for us. But for the jnanis, brahmanishtas, no guilt. Why? There is no mind. No merit or no sin. Not going anywhere to heaven or hell. Nothing. Therefore, he is audhasinyena yahatishtet. He is totally indifferent to all these prattlings, You should do this, you should not do that. Karmanyevadikaraste. See, Krishna himself has said, no, you have to do your duties. Then how can you don't do your duties? See, the people, they hold on to one part of the story. Krishna has said, no, you have to do your duties. In the disguise or they camouflage themselves in duties and they go on living only in the world. See, they justify their extrovertedness by saying duties, duties, duties. See, yes, duties are there, you have to do it. Who said no? But always duties, duties, and you cheat yourself. Because mind wants to always roam in the world. So it gives some sort of excuse saying duties, duties. And you take everything on your head and then you say it is my duty, my duty, my duty. The white fellows, they know clearly. Till 16, 17 I will be with you. Yes, I have to take care of you. After that you are on your own. You go, earn, study, do whatever you want, marry or don't marry, go to hell, we don't care. Get out. Then he will become a man. But our fellows, till he's 40, 50, pinadiye poite, hey, don't fall, hey, don't fall. You listen to me, always you listen to me. Pav, he's always listening to the papa. And he has become Pappu. Hey, get out. Don't always, and amma oda mundani pidichite irukudadu. Get out. Be a man or be a woman. Don't chumma go behind somebody. And always listen. நீ நல்ல பையன் தெரியுமா, நான் சொல்றதெல்லாம் கேட்பான். அம்மா நீ மண்டுன்னு அர்த்தம், அவன் சொன்னதெல்லாம் கேட்டே இருந்தான்னா. He is an adolescent means he has to revolt. He should fight against you, quarrel with you. He should not listen to you. Then he is really healthy.
Normal.
He will be normal, healthy actually. இவன் எல்லாம் சொன்ன வச்சு கேட்டானா, there is something wrong in him. You have to take him to a psychiatrist. You listen everything to Amma? No, you are healthy then.
Getting recorded.
I know, let it be. So, where have we gone? Okay, Audasinyena Yatishtet. So, he is in duties, Chomma duties. So, the Vellakaran knows. And Vellakaran doesn't expect anything from you. See, once he has done his duty, he forgets about it. Meaning what? He will not tell, he will not blackmail. See, I gave all this thing to you. Now you are, very ungrateful. He will never say that. Because he never expects. He knows he has to take care of his life. So because he has not taken care of his parents, so he is very clear. His children will not take care of him. So he has organized things for himself, whatever. And the state also supports in other countries. The state supports. But in our country, everybody is left to themselves. Power. If you don't have pension, it's very difficult actually. Whatsoever you must have saved, everything karanji poichu enna serudhu. All living, all other living. I was about to tell that. The bird, when it is little one, then they teach them to fly. Once they know how to fly, then you are on your own. Don't come behind me. On your own. Go and get your food and live your life. And I will not come behind you. Now Kalyan is not happy with it. He is angry with me now. The number culture is best, and the culture is not good.
Yes, only our place we get Annadhanam, we get Gurudwara feeding us.
That's all okay.
Yeah, no one else.
Yeah, you earn, you eat. Free food you want, huh? You don't want to earn, lazy out and want free food everywhere. And our fellows, they go there to US also. Saturday, Sunday, they go to temples. Why? Not to pray to the Lord. There, the canteen is there. You get a very, very nominal but very tasty, authentic food you get, Indian food. So what I'm saying, you have to get out and start living your life. Otherwise, you will not grow. Always with the path. That Nijagriha Turnam Vinirgamyata. Get out of the house first. See, that is why my Purvashram brother is very scared of me. He doesn't bring his children to me. Because Durbodhani. All Durbodhani. All wrong Upadesha. So he knows me. He's scared of me. He doesn't bring the children to me. Swamiji, you remain there. I will remain here. We will only talk hello. Fine.
A good boy, son.
Yeah, I know. That is the problem. I am very angry about good boys, You should be a bad boy for some time at least. That is good boy. Chumma. And then they say, like Sri Rama. What do they know about Sri Rama? Audhasinyena yahatishtet sa jivan mukta lakshanaha. So he is jivan mukta, one who is totally indifferent to whatever is happening in this world. Whatever happened to the deha, indriya. This audhasinyam we are going to see in the evening class also, in our sadhana panchakam also. So this is very important if you want to protect yourself. If you want to protect your peace, this is the way to go. Another, Deko suno mat bolo. Means you should see, you should hear, but you should not comment. Meaning, just don't look, overlook. Very many things we have to overlook. Otherwise, we are continuously agitated. Why this is happening? Why that is happening? That is the Swabhava. Everything will happen in the world. Why these people are drinking here? Why? They will drink only. If you want, you also drink. Why there people are drinking? Why these people are bad? Okay? Why? Vijñāta Atmano Yasya Brahma Bhava Shruter Balat Bhava Bandha Vinirmuktaha Sajivan Mukta Lakshanaha Vijñāta Atmano Yasya Brahma Bhava Shruter Bhalat Bhava Bandha Vinirmuktaha Sajivan Mukta Lakshanaha Shruter Bhalat, with the strength of the Shruti, the Veda Vakyas. Vijñāta Atmanaha, they have known the true self, and Yasya Brahma Bhavaha, and they are living in that attitude of Aham Brahmasmi. See, it is a Bhava only, see. Brahma Bhavaha. It cannot be practiced, in the physical world, because there is no physical world there. You understand what I am saying? Why it is called as Brahma Bhavam? Bhavam means, attitude. Why it is called as an attitude? Because from that standpoint, there is nothing physical or mental. So therefore, Brahma Bhavaha. So he is always in that attitude, Aham Brahmasmi. So such Jnani, Bhava Bandha Vinirmuktaha, he has crossed the ocean of samsara. He has been liberated from all the bondages. Saha Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta Lakshana. Sa Jivan Mukta Lakshana. That is the Jivan Mukta Lakshana. So here the Shruti Balat, Shruter Bhalat. What is Shruter Bhalat? Means the Vedas are the Pramana. Atindriya Vishaye. When you cannot see, hear, think, then we have to believe in something, in some authority. For us, the authority is Vedas, the Upanishads. So in the strength of the Vedic statement, there is so much of faith that that is true. We do this sadhana, we dive within and discover the self. If that is not there, always there is some sort of doubt. The mind creates. These Mahatmas, they are nuts. Always focusing inside, they are gone nuts. They are blabbering something. How can it be? But how can everybody blabber? In thousands of years, somebody can blabber or what? So therefore, Shruti means the continuity. The knowledge coming through parampara. That is called a Shruti actually. So therefore, with that strength, what you do? You know yourself and you remain in that Brahma Bhava. By that, Vinirmuktaha. Bhava Bandha Vinirmuktaha. He is liberated from the bondages of this samsara. Sa Jivan Mukta Lakshanaha. He is a Jivan Mukta. That is a sign of a Jivan Muktaha. Now, next. Dehendriyeshvaham bhavaha. Idam bhavasta dhanyake. Yasya no bhavata kvapi. Sajivan mukta yishyate. Dehendriyeshu ham bhavaha. Shvaham bhavaha. Idam bhavasta dhanyake. Yasya no bhavata kvapi. Sajivan mukta yishyate. Deha indriyeshu aham bhavaha. Idam bhavaha tadanyake yasya no bhavatah kwapi sa jivan mukta ishyate. See, this I have been telling you again and again. What I have been telling? Deha indriyeshu aham bhavaha. This body and this is me. When you consider that way, then what happens? Tad anyake. Apart from this, everything else what? Idam. Something else, other than me. That sense of otherness, anya bhavam, that comes. But yasya no bhavataha kwapi, but this Mahatma, never ever, he has got this idea that this is me and that is something else. See, how beautiful. Whenever we identify with this body mind, gone. We have divided everything into what? Aham idam. Aham idam. Myself and not myself. Me, tu. Then it starts. There is no end to it. Therefore, when you don't identify with anything, everything is you. See, this is how simple it is. In our mind, we have got an image of ourselves, That is stopping us from accepting everything as ourselves. I belong to this kind of a family. I have come in this way, and I'm a very quiet person. I am a good person. I am a person, first of all. I am a good person. I am a noble person. Or I am very smart person. So when you have an idea about yourself, then when stupid fellow comes in front of you, hey, he is stupid. When you consider you are a person, then when bird comes in front of you, hey, it is something else. When you consider you are living being, when chairs are there, it is something else. When you don't consider yourself anything, then everything is you only. Who said it is not you? Does anybody say that it is not you? Nobody has said. We only say it is not me. See, this is Ascharyam. We ourselves say these things are different. Why we say these things are different? Because this is me. There lies all the problem. The mud identifying with a pot, it says I am this pot, with this color, with this shape. When it looks at the small pot, hey, you are small pot, I am big pot. And in me Ganga Jal is there, I am holy pot. And you are dirty pot. I am red pot, you are black pot. See, yesterday that pot would be pavam. All fire under it. So it has become a black pot. So from the red pot has become black pot. Painted pot has become black now. Black pot. So other pot will say, yeah, you are black. See how fair I am. But only if the pot knows I am the mud. So all the pots are nothing but mud only. So it can identify with any pot. So when you undress yourself and become naked totally, then any dress you can wear. So Digambaraha, see, it's how significant. He is Digambaraha. The direction is his ambara, his dress. This is the dress. Digambaraha, all the directions are his dress. The whole world is his dress. Imagine, that is you, not this God, that is you. Digambaraha you are. The whole world is your dress. That is you. But unfortunately, you identify with this dress of this body and you say they are all something else. How sad it is. From being such a wonderful being, we have come down to a very, very alpa jiva. So for that what? Deha indriyeshu aham bhavaha. This is me. And idam bhavaha tad anyake. And whatever is there, it is all different. idam, this, that, not me. Yasya no bhavataha kwapi, this idea will never occur to him. This idea will never occur to him. Something is his self, something is something else. These ideas will not arise in his mind at all. So everything rises and goes and he never thinks about anything. Therefore, அப்படியே எல்லாம் அப்படியே பார்ப்பான், எதுவுமே சொல்ல மாட்டான் அதை பற்றி. So if you don't comment on it, mat bolo, then everything is truth only. We only comment saying this is me, that is not me. If you don't comment anything, everything is you only. So he is always in that state. That is Jivan Muktasya Lakshanam. We will stop here. Though there is 10 more minutes, I don't want to push you so much. Tomorrow we will see. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.